This is a tough one. I really have a difficult time making a prediction here, so not gonna have a big breakdown and pretty much a pass for me. But Zac Pauga is taking on Bogdan Guskov, and for Zac Pauga, obviously he came in the UFC from the Ultimate Fighter at heavyweight, got knocked out by Mo Usman, then dropped down to 205, and with Bogdan Guskov, he came in the UFC on short notice. His last fight got thrown right into the Lion's Den, where he had to fight a perennial top 15, top 10 guy in Volkan Oezdemir, and ended up getting dropped and submitted in that fight. So looking to get his first UFC win, whereas Pauga lost his last fight to Bukauskas, but it was a pretty close fight, and he has some wins in the UFC, so he's more experienced in that element. But style-wise, I mean, you look at Guskov, he is someone that's a marauder early. I mean, almost all his finishes are in the first round, and very athletic guy, hands down, likes to pressure and kind of slip and rip with the big punches. If he lands clean, he can knock you out, and he will push against the cage, go to take guys down. He can control them on top. I feel like he's a little bit underrated in that area, but he definitely has a questionable chin. And I don't think he likes getting in firefights. If you really push him, you can eat his punches and make it more of a war. You can kind of wilt in there. And if you can push the wrestling, his wrestling defense isn't good. He gets tired, and you can kind of beat him up in that area as well. So for Zac Pauga, that's what I would do. I would try to mix in the wrestling, try to shoot level changes. Like I've seen him do it in the past. He hasn't really done it recently. But if he really tries to wrestle in this fight, doesn't just push Guskov against the fence and do nothing, I think it'll be a little bit more effective. And on the feet, Pauga can compete. It's just, I feel like if he gets clipped, he could get knocked out. We saw that with the Usman fight. And I just feel like Guskov is the more dynamic guy. Ultimately, I'm going to go with Guskov. I'm going to say he wins in the first round. I just feel like Pauga, he's missing something on fight night. Like, he doesn't have that intensity. He doesn't push it. I feel like he could be better than he is. It's like he's skillful, but he leaves something to be desired. He doesn't have that killer instinct maybe or something. So I'm going to say Guskov gets the knockout in the first round, but a fight that I don't have a lot of interest in and don't really have a confident pick here.